Dan D'Antoni was saying publicly and was telling us before the game today that he needs his team to have a goldfish mentality, and that's something he got from his brother Mike. Basically, that the idea that the goldfish has 5-second memory and then has to move on. He said something that we've struggled with during this 3-game losing streak is that it seems like when we miss shots, we're carrying it over to the next one. Hopefully for Marshall, they're able to have a little bit of a goldfish mentality over those last 8 minutes, because it has been all Louisiana Tech as Miladinovich goes to the line.
Well, offensively, you want to shoot the ball with confidence, but even if you miss 6, 7, 8 shots in a row, always have the confidence the next one is going in. Don't worry about the ones you just missed. And basketball is a game of runs. Look, Marshall made their run to start the game. Louisiana Tech obviously answered. Now if you're Marshall, you just say, hey, we're fine. It's still the first half, plenty of basketball left, but we got to get stops on the defensive end. Where they had success the first couple of minutes was getting out in transition, but you can only do that if you get a couple stops defensively.
And into the paint goes Caleb Stewart for the bucket.
Yeah, and a great drive there by Caleb Stewart over the outstretched arms of Miladinovich, and who also is a terrific shot blocker at 7 feet, but just a great finish there by Stewart.
Here's Kinsey, another 3 try. That one off target. Loose on the floor. Who's going to end up with this one? And now a jump ball is called. Possession arrow will keep it with Marshall. Well, New Year's Eve, kick off your day with the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl on ESPN and the app. This one almost didn't happen. Rutgers stepped in for Texas A&M to play 7th-ranked Wake Forest. QB Sam Hartman leads the Demon Deacons, and we're looking to cap off a historic season with a bowl win. Our coverage begins at 11 a.m. Eastern. Busy day of college football tomorrow, and certainly on New Year's Day as well. Here's Kinsey, turnaround jumper, no, and the rebound to Green. Archibald dribbled into a double team, now will come up to the top of the key. Here's a 3 try from Stewart off target. Jeremy Dillon across for Marshall.
And I think this pace really favors Louisiana Tech. Both teams do like to play up-tempo. Marshall certainly more so than Louisiana Tech, but in speaking with Eric Conkle earlier today, he wanted to try to keep the pace a little bit more in their favor. He didn't want it to be a 100-98 type game, as we see a great finish there by Miladinovich inside. You know, Louisiana Tech, a team that averages 80 points a game, so they obviously play fast, but they play fast in an efficient way. If they have a break, they'll take it. If they don't, they'll do what they're doing right now, come down and run the half-court set and try to be as efficient as possible. They don't want to get good shots. They want to get great shots.
Now Archibald trying to get into the paint, almost threw that away, but it comes out Stewart. Now a 3 try, no good from Bradford. And Marshall will come along with it with Kinsey. Spinning into the lane, putting it up and getting it stuck there was Darius George. And now Louisiana Tech back down. Knocked out of bounds, it'll stay with Tech.
And Marshall trying to overcome that 20-3 run that Louisiana Tech put on, and doing a great job right here getting the ball inside to Miladinovich. Takes what the defense gives him, nice little jump hook. Conference UA basketball at its finest.
When you power your immune system with Mega Food supplements, everyday moments are revealed in a new light. Because when you feel healthy, your world is more vibrant than ever. It's why we craft our high-quality immune supplements by pairing vitamins and minerals with real food and herbs. Power your immune system and illuminate your health with C Defense gummies, zinc tablets, and more from Mega Food.
Dion, hand it over. Now, how does that make you feel?
Like a part of me is missing.
Gabrielle?
This Oat Spice Fiji hand and body lotion has me smoother than ever.
That's what it does.
What if you could see the details of your great-grandparents' wedding day? Or the record that welcomed your great-grandmother to the world? Your family story is waiting to be discovered, and now you can search for those fascinating details for free at Ancestry.
They said it couldn't be done. But now, brave and determined men across America are standing up with confidence and proudly taking off their hats to celebrate getting their hair back. So, hats off to those who made it possible. Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts. And hats off to this great offer. Bosley is giving away a free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who texts THUNDER to 654-654. Guys, trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back permanently. That's a promise backed by the Bosley Guarantee. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing how much hair you're growing instead of how much hair you're losing. Hats off to that. And next, it will be hats off to you. For a free information kit and a gift card for $250 off, text THUNDER to 654-654. Ask about the Bosley Guarantee. That's THUNDER to 654-654.
Louisiana Tech with a 6-point lead on the Thundering Herd of Marshall with 6:45 to go. Here, 6:46, I should say, in the first half. And we've only seen Kenneth Lofton Jr. for 2 minutes and 48 seconds in the opening half after picking up those 2 fouls. But David, Kobe Williams has picked up the slack.
Well, when your best player and your leading scorer sits on the bench, it's got to be by committee. And Kobe Williams has got more than enough experience. He just said, look, I'm going to try to take this game over in this first half. And that's exactly what he did for the first 5-6 minutes after Lofton went to the bench and did it on both ends. Great job offensively, pushing the pace, getting to the rim. Good job defensively, getting deflections. And a guy who just knows how to run a team. I mean, that's what I like about him the most. He's almost 2-to-1 assist-turnover ratio, doesn't force anything, takes what the defense gives him, and just really kind of sets the pace for this Bulldog team.
Kick ball is called right towards the end of the shot clock. So 20 put back on, and Louisiana Tech gets another opportunity. A break for the Bulldogs. We'll see if they can cash in. There's Archibald with 8 to shoot. Tries to get to the paint, and a foul is called.
And talking to Dan D'Antoni earlier today in shoot-around, a main emphasis for them defensively was let's try to protect the paint. And that's really where Louisiana Tech has had most of their success in this game. They're only 2 for 11 from the three-point line. But because they space the floor so well and they're so good off the dribble, everybody on their team, with the exception of maybe Kenneth Lofton Jr., is terrific at putting the ball on the floor, getting in the lane, creating, finding shooters, and they don't force anything. If they get in the rim, the defense collapses. They do a great job of kicking out. And right here, we see Archibald just putting his head down and getting in the lane and drawing the foul.
Foul against Jeremy Dillon, his first. And Archibald connects on the first. He's one of the best free throw shooters in the country, 23rd in the nation at 90% on the year.
Announcer's jinx.
I think he's announcer's jinx proof. When you're 90%, I feel confident I could say that you're good.
There's the jinx right there. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Fair enough. I apologize, Amari, in advance. They go inside Miladinovich. And the hook shot good over Hunter.
And that's what they're going to have to keep doing, is pounding the ball inside. Miladinovich at 7 feet just has a size advantage. Lofton is out of the game. They've had some success early on. Tavion Kinsey has been a little quiet so far, and just going to have to look to get the ball inside and slowly but surely chip away at this lead.
Here's Archibald for 3 now, and that's good.
And that's one of the risks. Anytime you see a team defensively that switches a lot, you get a 7-footer on a guard. Sometimes they back up just a little bit because they're afraid of getting beat off the dribble. Hands down for a split second. Sometimes the guard just has the confidence and is able to rise up and knock down the 3.
There's Miladinovich for 3. That one off target. Rebounded by Xavier Christian. Hunter going to work in the paint. Fadeaway jumper, no. Kinsey back down the floor. 5 points on 1 of 7 shooting so far for Tavion Kinsey.
To give Louisiana Tech credit, that obviously was the main emphasis coming into the game.
That 3 misses badly for Sharenitz. Now Kinsey into the lane, no. And somehow is able to grab the rebound.
A lot of contact on that one. No call there.
Yeah. Looked like Dillon got his arm on him, but either way, Louisiana Tech comes back down to the basketball. The fans don't like it. Marshall struggling from the field again, just 8 for 27, under 30% here in the early going.
Louisiana Tech running a little bit of a horn set there, trying to get the mismatch off the switch inside, but unable to get the ball into the paint. And Marshall's done a pretty decent job last couple times down of limiting Louisiana Tech to one shot on the backboard. Unfortunately for them, they just haven't been able to convert down on the offensive end. We see a turnover and a steal here, and another easy one for the Bulldogs.
And a throwdown for Williams.
Can't say enough about the first half that Kobe Williams has had here. Their star player goes to the bench. Kobe Williams just picks up all the slack and then some, and has really propelled his team to this 11-point first half lead.
He's averaging 7 points a game, and he's got 13 here in the first half. Miladinovich kicks it to the corner for George. And now 9 to shoot for the Thundering Herd. Sharenitz, no. Rebounded Willis. Willis coast to coast, no. Hunter the rebound, the putback is good and a foul.
Well, Louisiana Tech seems to have it all going in their favor right now. Kobe Williams with the deflection on the defensive end, able to get on the break for the easy two. All Bulldogs here in the first half.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably served and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
We built the Redfin app to help you win, with every detail designed to get you into your dream home fast. Our listings update every 5 minutes, so you can get alerts on your phone every time a new home hits the market. Schedule a tour when it works for you, even the same day, and see homes before other buyers. You can even find a local Redfin agent right in the app to help you close the deal. In the housing market, every second counts. Find your next home fast with the Redfin app.
You may think every weather app is the same until you see WeatherBug over-deliver on so many layers. With millions of 5-star reviews and more free map layers than any other weather app, WeatherBug warns you with local winter weather alerts, keeps you prepared with hourly rain and snowfall rates, as well as real-time and future radar to track winter storms, plus road conditions, routes, and cameras for your commute. Don't get caught unaware and out in the cold. Be prepared with WeatherBug, used by over 10 million and counting. Download the WeatherBug app today for free.
The Pac-12 champion Utes and the Buckeyes collide in the granddaddy of them all. The Rose Bowl game presented by Capital One Venture X. New Year's Day at 5 on ESPN.
What's up, folks? Coming up on the East Trade Halftime Report, Coach Fonz and Cuff here. New Year's resolutions we'll have for you. Some teams that need to step up or already are there, but would take them to the next level. And also Michigan, next level. I don't know what happened in that game. We'll show you the highlight. It was shocking how much they collapsed. What are you seeing here, Fonz, in our game?
I love what Louisiana Tech is doing. They're controlling the tempo of this game by not turning the basketball over and taking good quality shots. Marshall plays at the second fastest pace in the country. They're doing a great job of controlling the tempo.
Louisiana Tech's defense has been terrific. They're doing a great job defending those ball screens, keeping everything in front, every shot's contested, and then limiting Marshall to one shot. Louisiana Tech's defense, absolutely terrific.
All right, we'll see you at the half. Jordan David got you now.
All right, thank you very much, guys. And so far in the first half, this is probably not what you expected to see with scoring production, but Kobe Williams has picked up the slack, 13 points, 5 of 7 from the field. Kenneth Lofton Jr. hasn't scored because he's barely been on the court in the first half after picking up those 2 fouls.
Yeah, they've had their offensive production stepped up by guys that normally are not known as scorers. Kobe Williams, perfect example, but it comes back down to the defensive end of the court. They've done a great job of containing the ball and limiting Marshall to one shot. And then they're able to get out of the break, take the opportunities when they can, And they haven't turned, not only have they not turned the ball over on offense, Louisiana Tech, but they've taken great shots. They do such a good job of not settling for good shots and taking great shots. As Taylor there unable to finish, but gets his own rebound. But can't say enough about the effort on both ends by the Bulldogs so far.
Been a great first half effort, and now a foul coming up. And it will send it back to Louisiana Tech.
Looks like they got Chase McKee on the loose ball hold there, trying to go for that offensive rebound.
That's right.
Man, it's one of those halves as a coach and as a player. It just seems like you can't really get anything going, can't really get into a rhythm on offense, but still, over 20 minutes of basketball left to play. Just got to try to chip away at it one possession at a time. No such thing as a 14-point shot, so don't try to get it all back at once.
Out of bounds, it'll stay on this side. 19 to shoot. Sunday, we have a really good American Conference college basketball matchup for you. After a couple of recent season-ending injuries, the 12th-ranked Houston Cougars will have to rely on their deep bench and a balanced scoring attack. They're going to head to Philly to take on Temple. Our coverage begins at 5 o'clock Eastern on ESPN and the app. One tap. 14-point lead for Louisiana Tech. The Thundering Herd of Marshall really struggling from the field, 8 of 30, and now that's just their third three-point make. That they certainly needed as Dillon hits from the corner.
And Eric Conkle not very happy right there. Just a little bit too much help off the strong side corner. Jeremy Dillon able to step in and knock it down. See if Marshall can't use that to get a little momentum going here before halftime.
Xavier Christian wide open at the free throw line. He's like, why not?
Hey, you're open, shoot it, right?
Yeah. Well, it looked like he was going to pass that ball. He's like, well, I guess I'm open. I might as well shoot.
And obviously, if you're Louisiana Tech, you never want to have your best player, Junior Lofton, on the bench. As we see Taylor, they're just unable to get it going. But the smaller lineup, as we see David early there with the steal, maybe Taylor won't miss 2 in a row.
He
just
does.
Can't find it. But the smaller lineup for Louisiana Tech has almost enabled them to switch everything on the perimeter defensively because they're smaller and quicker, and I think it's really bothered Marshall so far here in this first half.
Just over a minute to go here in the opening 20 minutes. Keyston Willis finds the bucket and the foul. Nice move underneath for Keyston Willis, and he'll go to the line for a three-point play.
Yeah, Keyston Willis and the rest of these Bulldog players all do a terrific job of when they get in the lane, they're always under control. You never see them run over anybody. We see the step through right there, the good footwork, but most importantly, it all started with the jump stop. You see guys so many times try to play off 1 foot out of control, come to a jump stop. If you don't have anything, you can pass it, you can do whatever you want. Good step through right there, chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Taylor picks up the foul. The rare 0 fouling 0 right there. But number 1 in your heart, of course.
Always.
And so Keyston now goes to the line here. Willis is 78% free throw shooter. He's had a good first half. This time can't connect. Marshall, one of its last 10, as you see from the field. Trailing by 15 here in the first half on the road at the TAC. Here's Kinsey. Fall away jumper, no good.
And they ran a little isolation cross screen set there to try to get Kinsey isolated on that block. And if I'm Dan D'Antoni, I'd like to see him maybe not settle so quickly. They might have been going for a 2-for-1, but try to get to the rim. It hasn't been a very good first half for him offensively. Try to get to the rim, maybe get to the free throw line, really try to get yourself going.
Kobe Williams into the paint, no. The rebound, Hunter. So Louisiana Tech will keep it, and Hunter able to fight it out to the wing.
I'm not sure they see the shot clock. I think Eric Conkle wanted him to wait for the last shot, but I don't think anybody on the floor for the Bulldogs saw it. And here goes her going down the other way.
7 seconds left in the half, and it's turned over. Louisiana Tech can't have the last shot. Williams, no, and that will end the first half of play. So 42-27 is your halftime score, with Louisiana Tech cruising over the last 10 minutes and have a 15-point advantage. We'll be back to Ruston in a bit, but first, let's send it out to Bristol. Dallin Cup, LaFonso Ellis, and Seth Greenberg have your halftime report.
Thanks, Jordan. This is the E-Trade halftime report. Earlier tonight, Michigan on the road at UCF UCF was trailing 49-40, Coach, and then they just went off, Fonz.
Yeah, this is a Michigan team that I didn't think from the very beginning was dialed in defensively. Darren Green is UCF's best player on the floor, averaging 15 points, 41% from the three-point line. He had 16 of his 27 in the first half. That was a microcosm of what they were defensively. I was very disappointed in their defense.
Your defensive game plan's got to be predicated on taking the other team's best players out. More importantly, when UCF punched back, Michigan absolutely did not respond. They didn't compete defensively. They didn't execute offensively. Hunter Dickinson absolutely ignored down the stretch.
Yes.
Michigan right now, they got to play with better spacing. They got to be a better passing team, and they've got to compete on both ends. They did not compete in the second half of this basketball game.
UCF hung 50 on them in the second half. Mahan and Green combined for 53 points, 12 of 16 from the three-point line. That's Coach Seth Greenberg. That's Fonz in the box. I'm Dallin Cuff. Coach is appropriately dressed. He's ready for New Year's Eve. He's got his
ready for the holidays. Let's go.
He's ready to rock. So with that said, let's get some New Year's resolutions. The music is out there.
Oh, we got the music.
For all our teams.
Now all we need is some props. I'll tell you one thing. When you talk about resolutions, I'm thinking about UCLA. What do you think, Fonz?
Oh, I absolutely love Cody Riley. And for UCLA to be a complete team, they need him on the floor. Suffered an MCL sprain early in the year. They've been without him. With him on the floor, they're complete because they can throw it to him in the post. He can score in the post. They can put him on the foul line area. He can drive it with that left hand. A good rebounder, excellent passer. He'll be a welcome addition to that championship team.
North Carolina's a very talented team, but they need an alpha dog because, you know what, when they get punched in the face, they don't respond. They don't have anyone on their team that can bring that team together and challenge each other. Player-led teams are better than coach-led teams. Look, Hubert Davis is as fiercely competitive as anyone I've ever been around. But someone on that team's got to step up. When things go south, you still got to defend. You still got to rebound. You got to find a way to get back in the game.
And Seth, for Houston, man, they lost two of their best players. Marcus Sasser, leading scorer at 18 points a game. Tremont Mark, 10 points. That's 28 combined points. You're talking about a second weekend and beyond team, but now Taze Moore, Kyra Edwards, those guys have to put the burden of the offense on their shoulders on the perimeter, and those guys are going to have to be great down the stretch to make up for that loss.
When I think about Kansas, I think about Oshai Abaji and Christian Brown. Those guys in the month of December averaged 20 points a game each. But for them to be a Final Four team, for them to compete for a national championship, David McCormick's got to get back to last year's David McCormick, where he averaged 13 points and 7 rebounds. And Jalen Wilson, a dynamic 6'7" hybrid forward, he's got to be able to score it. He's got to rebound. He's got to defend. Those two guys step up and take their game to another level.
Yes.
This Kansas team is Final Four national championship good because Remy Martin, he's playing at a high level, being selectively aggressive.
The good thing for McCormick is we saw him do this last year. In Big 12 play, he elevated his play as he went great later in the season. We'll see if he can do that again. You think we're done with the resolutions? We're not. We got more coming for you. Michigan, as we just showed you them implode, they got some problems. What can they do? And Gonzaga as well.
This halftime report is presented by E-Trade. Stop waiting. Start investing.
The way you groom is about to change forever. Introducing MicroTouch Titanium Trim, the total body and hair trimmer with a revolutionary handle that extends to get to those hard-to-reach areas on back and body and retracts for perfect home haircuts and touch-up trimming. Titanium Trim's revolutionary design positions the blades on the side for a more natural feel, and the handle extends a full 40 millimeters to reach where you never could before. Snap on the comb and keep your look tight between barber visits. Snap off the comb and edge sideburns, beards, and neckline. Extend it and tame those places barbers can't. MicroTouch Titanium Trim, the one tool that does it all. Get yours now at titaniumtrim.com or call 1-800-233-6291.
The time and money I can now save between barber visits makes this price a no-brainer. If you don't have it, you better get it.
MicroTouch Titanium Trim.
Time to make your space a little more you and a little less, well, definitely not you. Joybird.com gives you over 18,000 ways to customize your furniture and make your space your own. With fun colors, bold styles, and modern designs that bring joy to your space. Go to Joybird.com to save 30% during our After Christmas sale. Plus, get free design specialist styling.
They say your time will come. Well, who's got time for that? He doesn't. Neither do they. So whose time is it?
Selling your home doesn't need to be stressful. With HomeLight Simple Sale, you can skip the paint job and fixing up the yard. You can also pass on all those neighbors stomping through your house at all those open houses and unannounced buyer showings. HomeLight provides an all-cash offer for your home so you can sell your home in days, not months. It's quick, it's stress-free, and most importantly, it's simple. Start for free today at homelight.com/simple.
You're watching the E-Trade Halftime Report.
Coach Fonz and Dallin in studio. More New Year's resolutions. What do you got for the Zags, Fonz?
Yeah, a more consistent Andrew Nembhard. He had a magnificent game in their win over number 10 UCLA, 24.6 assists. But on the whole of the season, he only has 2 double-digit scoring games. With the way that this team flows, they need a guard, a lead guard who can attack, get in the gaps, make plays for himself and his teammates. This is a national championship caliber team. In order to accomplish that, Andrew Nembhard has to be great.
Look, I understand Michigan lost Wagner and Livers and Brown and Smith, but here's the deal. They got Hunter Dickinson back. They better improve their spacing. That means better shot selection, and they really got to improve their passing. Their inability to isolate Hunter Dickinson on the block and get him the ball when he's open. Move the ball, move people, play with better spacing. Caleb Houston, be shot ready. You got to knock down some jumpers because your spacing's connected to your shot making. But this is not a good passing team. And until they become a better passing team and a better spacing team, Hunter Dickinson, his return to college his sophomore year is going to be wasted.
Coach, you're talking things about X's and O's, but they stopped playing in the second half of that game and gave it 50 points. If you're Juwan Howard, what are you saying to your guys about just playing and competing?
There's a standard at Michigan. All right, he was part of it, and the standard was not met, and they're not going to lower the standard. You got, first and foremost, the hardest playing, toughest team finds a way to win. That was UCF tonight. Mm-hmm. All right, if they don't compete defensively, because they had no attention to detail defensively, and they just didn't compete.
And we'll see if this is a young team, but they've got to take a step because they're moving.
Playing hard is a learned trait.
They're moving into league play. They got Rutgers coming up on the 4th. Not going to be a happy new year for Juwan Howard and crew, although, yes, they have the CFP game coming up tomorrow. Kobe Williams doing his thing. His team's happy right now. He's got 13. The Bulldogs are up 15 right now over the Thundering Herd.
When it's cold outside, the secret to keeping feet warm and comfortable is 35 Below thermal socks. They're the anytime, anywhere cold weather socks guaranteed to keep your feet comfy, cozy, warm to meet the demands of your active outdoor lifestyle or just lounging or working at home. That's because 35 Below thermal socks are made from aerospace fabric technology that merges soft fleece comfort with real sock science. From heel to toe, 35 Below has thousands of heat-radiating aluminized threads tightly woven into a breathable, cozy knit fabric that transfers perspiration away to keep your foot dry. Meanwhile, millions of super soft loops surround your foot to cushion and comfort, keeping feet warm. After just 3 minutes standing on a block of solid ice, the foot in 35 Below is a full 24 degrees warmer than the foot in the heavy wool sock. Wear and compare. Bulky cotton socks soak up sweat. Wool socks itch and make feet overheat. But breathable 35 Below socks help keep moisture away and feet warm and dry all day. For work or play, these are the socks you'll wear every day.
In my job, I can be outside rain or snow, and that's why I go with 35 Below to keep my feet warm and dry.
They're so soft, so comfortable. My feet feel amazing.
Whether it's for outdoor days on the go or downtime days when you're relaxing indoors, 35 Below socks are so comfy cozy you'll never want to take them off. They're machine washable, dryer safe, and now 2 pairs of amazing 35 below socks in gray or black are yours for just $19.99 plus shipping and handling. And wait, as a special bonus, if you order now, we'll add a 3rd pair to your order absolutely free. And when you call, ask about the 35 below gaiter with heat-retaining aluminized threads and a triple layer design to keep your neck, face, and head comfy, cozy, warm. Get 3 pairs of 35 below thermal socks, all for just $19.99. Here's how to order.
To order your 35 below thermal socks in gray or black, go online to 35belowthermal.com or call 800-563-7390.
The moment you order the world's most delicious snacks from Nuts.com, something truly magical happens. Freshness. Your choice of fresh nuts, dried fruits, sweets, and treats are hand-selected from our kitchen. Freshly roasted to perfection or freshly baked, freshly dipped, freshly seasoned, or freshly popped. Packaged fresh, and Nuts.com delivers this yumminess super fast with free shipping. Nuts.com. Fresh snacks from our kitchen to yours.
Halftime Report is presented by E-Trade. Stop waiting. Start investing.
One of the biggest days in the sporting calendar tomorrow. The Goodyear Cotton Bowl starts things off. Alabama against Cincinnati, 3:30 Eastern ESPN. And then Michigan, Georgia, the Capital One Orange Bowl, 7:30 again on ESPN for the right to play in the national championship. How about the time for the Capital One rewarding performance of the day? Lauren Hansen, coach for Missouri. They are down 1 against #1 team in the nation, South Carolina.
Rip it, attack, don't settle, get it to the rim. 0.1 seconds left. You know what? You cannot catch it. All right, it has to be attacked. 0.3, you can catch it. 0.1, you can't. Leah Boston, she collects the basketball. No basket. By the way, next week, Missouri's going to be in the top 20.
And no doubt about it. They're 12-2 right now, knocking off the #1 team in the nation. 43 straight the Gamecocks had won against unranked teams. Second half action coming your way. This has been the E-Trade Halftime Report.
When you power your immune system with Mega Food supplements, everyday moments are revealed in a new light. Because when you feel healthy, your world is more vibrant than ever. It's why we craft our high-quality immune supplements by pairing vitamins and minerals with real food and herbs. Power your immune system and illuminate your health with C Defense gummies, zinc tablets, and more from Mega Food.
We built the Redfin app to help you win with every detail designed to get you into your dream home fast. Our listings update every 5 minutes, so you can get alerts on your phone every time a new home hits the market. Schedule a tour when it works for you, even the same day, and see homes before other buyers. You can even find a local Redfin agent right in the app to help you close the deal. In the housing market, every second counts. Find your next home fast with the Redfin app.
Mental health affects us all, whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.